Oh my god, it is like the hottest day ever. Bear with. Oh god. Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're well. This is going to be another episode of my Feelgood Diaries regarding mental health, feeling better about yourself, not hating yourself, being positive, etc. Today I wanted to touch upon social media influencers can sometimes make us feel a bit shitty, how it's not always real, and how we shouldn't really compare ourselves to other people. Now I feel a little bit weird doing this because I am, I fucking hate saying it, but I am what people consider an influencer. It makes me cringe even talking about it. And I do sometimes feel partly to blame for perhaps some of these things, but I'm also a consumer and I also follow people, and I don't always agree with everything that the influencer world has to offer, the online world has to offer. Now, I don't mean this, I'm not trying to come across as bitchy, as bitter. I don't want there to be like bitchy conversation going on in the comments. I really want this video to be just kind of like a reassurance, because believe me, I have to reassure myself at times to bring it all back down to earth a little bit and make us all feel a little bit normal. So I want to talk about a few things which people online, influencers, do that aren't always the reality of life. I don't want us to sound condescending, a hypocrite, because there's some things that I've been able to do being an influencer, which has been absolutely great, but also I'm completely aware that it's a very fortunate position to be in at times. I don't always enjoy sharing some of these things because I feel like it is almost like you're kind of, am I gloating? Am I bragging? I don't know. I don't know. For me, I find it really hard and it's very awkward because even now I'm cringing and I'm feeling bad about even spewing this shit. But let's just crack on. Okay, so most people don't go on holidays all the time. Now, a lot of people like to travel. A lot of people do travel blogging. But generally, the normal person doesn't go on holiday like once a month. And they're not always on tropical beaches. They're not always in Santorini. Most people go on one holiday a year, if that. I have been on a couple of branded trips, but I'm going on one holiday this year, and that's to Canada, and I'm very, very excited to go visit my best friend. Most people don't always go on holiday, most people aren't always travelling, most people are saving up and working hard. I do this sometimes. If you're ever at your desk and you're scrolling through Instagram and you're seeing people on tropical beaches surrounded by blue water, white sands, and you're like hating your life, don't worry, most people in the world are also not on holiday. It's good to be inspired and to look forward to things. But also, equally, I feel like we shouldn't want this lifestyle that's portrayed that isn't really obtainable or realistic. It's kind of difficult, though, in the spectrum of, like, when you have people that do it for a job, like travel for a job because they're there to inform. But then you get some people that are travelling all the time and they're always staying in these really luxury hotels. They're flying, like, business class all the time. And, you know, that isn't kind of normal for the average person, just saying. One thing that I've noticed a lot on social media, and this is probably none of my business how people decide to spend their money. A lot of influencers or bloggers I see, they'll buy a house and then they'll renovate the whole thing at once. Now, obviously, each their own. If you've saved up and been saving and you can afford and you've got the time to do that, then that's fucking great. Also remember that houses, when you buy a house, that is, well, potentially going to be a forever thing, and it's absolutely fine and okay if you want to take your time with it. I feel like I decorated my house fairly quickly and I'm already making changes because I made too many rash decisions. That's not to say that people that are doing their houses up instantly are making rash decisions or making the wrong decisions. Let's just remember that houses are expensive, they take time, and if you feel that you're not getting far enough of your own house, or you feel like you couldn't possibly ever afford to do that, don't fucking worry about it, man. Some people want to do that, they've got the funds, they've got the time, that's cool, but also remember, some people take years to get their house perfect, so there's nothing wrong about just taking your time, saving your pennies, doing it bit by bit. The productivity thing, I don't know about you, but I see quite a lot of people that put on their stories, especially all the things that they're doing in the day. Like, I got up at 3 a.m. and went to the gym, and then I did this, and then I did that, and then I did this, and then I did that. I think although that is great sometimes to motivate people to do more, the portrayal of just being constantly productive and busy all the time is only going to lead to people, A, burning out, B, feeling shitty about their own productivity levels, and C, set sometimes unrealistic goals and expectations for people. This kind of work mentality, I don't quite understand. I think that you should work to a standard that you're happy with. I feel like we're in this kind of fucking society now. People's side hustles have a side hustle. Like, it's always feels like a constant thing. Like, if you're not busy, then you're a failure. And that's a current theme that I guess I talk about quite a lot, because I always feel the pressure to always have to be busy, especially social media. If I see someone's story and it's only 9 a.m. and they've already done this, and this, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Why have I not done that? When in reality, my productivity levels fluctuate. So some days I'll be more busy than others. Also, fuck it. What's wrong with not being productive all the time? I have things that I need to do on my list. It might not be as long as your list, but I've done my list and that's cool. But yeah, I keep saying this, but people, and I've said it in the last one, but it's really resonated in me, is work smarter, not harder. There's always this emphasis on being a girl boss, and I have nothing wrong with that. If you want to be a girl boss, absolutely smash that shit. But not everybody wants to be a girl boss. Some people are just quite happy doing what they're doing. Cashing checks and breaking necks ain't for everyone. So don't let the hustle and bustle of life make you feel worthless. Having an incredible body. I think if you follow a lot of like fitness people, they can make you feel shit. And even my fitness friends that follow fitness people, even they feel shit by the fitness people. Sorry, fitness people, you ain't all bad. But I definitely feel there can be a little bit of controversy around the topic. People use pictures to their advantage. People pose differently. People sit differently. People edit things. And as much as I'd hate to say that people are faking it, I do think that what you see on the picture might not always be the truth and nothing but the truth. We're all very guilty of sitting away or doing a pose that makes us feel a little bit more but in reality, not everybody looks their best all the time. I am very thankful for the posts where you see a girl where she's standing like she would in a picture versus what she actually looks like, or tummy rolls. Like, I love that shit because I've got my gut out most of the time. Remember that fitness people, anyone, like not just fitness people, people online do kind of make themselves look away for the feed. And also, I must admit, going back to the fitness thing, also ties into the work thing. There can be a lot of pressure to work out every single day. 20,000 reps, 20,000 burpees. Oh my God, if you're not sweating, you're not doing it right. That kind of shit. I don't really see that anymore because I have unfollowed a lot of fitness accounts because it just didn't make me feel good, basically. I think the online world can make us feel like we need things that we don't need. I think there's always the emphasis for shopping, having all the makeup, and this is where it comes in for me, where I feel really fucking awkward because, you know, I do style videos and I do makeup videos and I have a lot of clothes and a lot of makeup. But remember, I do this because it's what I do for a job. I get sent lots of lovely items, which I'm very grateful for. I get clothes to style up, to make my Instagram videos or my YouTube videos to inspire people and to give people, you know, but that's just because it's what I do. If I didn't do what I did, I probably wouldn't own half the shit that I do. Just saying. And I don't want to sound condescending, or I don't want to sound patronising, but the normal person doesn't have that much shit. I'm telling it from an honest perspective. Most of my friends, they don't have as many clothes as I do, and they don't have as much makeup as I do. They get more makeup now because I give them stuff that I don't use, and they're very grateful for it. If you're looking at people's lifestyles and the things that they have, just remember that some people get it for free, people get sent it, which is great, and obviously it's what they're there for, etc. But if you don't have this palette, or you don't have this pair of shoes, this Gucci bag, this fucking thing, that thing, whatever, it's not the end of the world. Basically, the moral of the story is, and because I'm feeling, I really wanted to film this video because I think it's really important, and it's something that I really stand for, is I have been sucked into this world, and I do it for a job, and I do love it. But equally, I do disagree, and I don't like aspects of the social media world and the internet. I don't like what it does to people's mental health. I don't like how people compare themselves, how people wish that they were like that, when really that's unrealistic, that's unobtainable, that's kind of not normal for the average person. I don't want to feel like I'm being, I don't want to feel like I'm being patronising, like, haha, I'm an influencer, like, that's not normal for most people, but it's because I even look at things that people do, and I think you should just curate a space around you which makes you feel inspired, makes you feel happy. The moment you start comparing yourself to someone or feeling shit about something that someone's got that you don't, hit unfollow. The moment that social media becomes negativity in your life and that it makes you feel bad about what you've got and what you have, get off it. Stop using it and follow those accounts that make you feel shit about yourself. We should always be grateful and have gratitude for what we have in life, not what we don't have in life. And I think that's the one thing that social media does, is it portrays the best things in life. It shows all the swanky things, all the great things, all the wonderful opportunities that people have, which is amazing, but also it doesn't also show the reality of people's lives, because not always, because people don't feel like they should share that, and I think that's dumb. I think we should be more honest with ourselves, show the ups and downs of life. By all means, I don't want to sound like I'm bitter or that I'm bitchy or I'm saying this is bad, that's bad, but just remember, just remember that it's not always the big picture, that's not 100% what's normal and what people's reality is. And I think that is what social media is responsible for, is making us feel shitty about things in our life that we feel like we don't have, that we're shit times that we're going through, because you're always comparing yourself to what other people have, if that makes sense. So unfollow people that make you feel crappy. Remember that is always a curated version of someone's life. I feel like I'm sometimes the anti-influencer. Like, I do love what I do, and I love people I've met, the opportunities I have, but I also really sort of dislike what it's sort of created sometimes. I hate how it makes people feel sad about themselves, and I hate how it can cause a lot of like mental health issues and sadness. So just remember, take it all with a pinch of salt. Please. I hope this came across the way I wanted it to. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon. Bye bye.